Hey, what's up? I'm Michael, and I was asked how I done cable management for my computer desk, and all like game consoles and stuff like that, entertainment center, anything like that, just power cables, um, things of that sort. First thing I'm going to show you is a no-no, and then I'll show you the other methods. Now, one of the things that I'm going to talk about, two things I'm going to talk about, I do not have access to, and I just dropped this one. I've seen a lot of people using the bigger versions, the binder clamps. What are they called? Binder clips. Do not use these for cable management as far as anything that has power going directly to a wall. It's not really a good idea to use them unless you just have nothing else that you can use them for any type of wire. The reason for that are wires can move back and forth. The edges of these things they're straight and they can easily cut a wire. If you have a power cable hooked up through one of these, and you accidentally tug on it in any way, or say your dog tugged on it or anything, that cable can come across there the wrong way. It can sheathe that protective layer right off, cut into that metal. It can burn your house down. It could electrocute you or anything. Do not, absolutely do not use these. They are not a good idea. They might look like a good idea, but they are not a good idea. Another thing people use for cable management that I disagree with is zip ties. Zip ties are a permanent solution, and inside of a computer, that's fine. If you're going to put a computer together and you zip tie the cables so that they're out of the way, and you're never going to touch them again, that's fine. If you do a lot of work in your computer, I wouldn't even zip tie them. You can do two things. One method is using a trash bag tie, or you can get them off of bread bags. You can also use the U-shaped thing that comes on a bread bag to do this with, but you just take your wire. Let me untangle my demo wires here that I was going to show. You just take your wires and just like so, wrap it up, twist it, and your wires are now together. It's not much simpler than that. Just be careful when you use these because they can break pretty easily, and the bigger group of cords you have, the less likely it's going to stay tied. Now, here is my suggested method: Velcro. These particular ones have Velcro right here, and then this part here is just kind of blank, and then the whole back of it's the carpety side, the loop side. And you just take these. They're a little bit of a pain, but you take those and you just wrap. Now, these are good for the bigger cables, like if you're bundling up something and you want it to stay there, but you just wrap it and roll it basically. And once that hook side hits the loop side, then it's going to stay together, and these come off just like that. Very easy. Now these, let me show you these. These are my new preferred ones, and again, you can see they have a hole in one side of them, and the other side is straight. Well, if you look at the back, the entire back is actually hook, while the entire front is loop. That's a good thing. you can see here, it's around that easily. On my game controller, it's around that easily. And I'm actually going to show you with the game controller. You just unwrap it, and it's a little bit more work to get off. You pull it through the hole, and there you go. But it's much easier to put on. And if you're putting one on, then you want it to stay and be easy to come off, but you don't want it to be so easy to come off that it comes off by itself. That's why I suggest these. The good thing about these, you buy them at the dollar store, and you get almost as many of these in a pack at the dollar store as you do at Walmart or Home Depot for about 6 or 7 times the price. And all you do with these particular ones, if they have the hole, you just put the hole in there like so. You grab this end and you just pull tight, and then you wrap it around. If they do not have the hole, let me show you on something else right quick. Let me grab one of these. If they don't have a hole on them like this one does, then you just take it, you go on and feed it through whichever side you want to. And pretty much the same thing that you do with the little green one I showed you. You just start wrapping it. Now, you want to have the hook side on the inside and the loop side or the carpety side on the outside. And it's that easy. And then with these, it's pretty easy to get them off too that way. Now, glue guns. For cable management, instead of screwing these into a board, get you a hot glue gun, also from the Dollar Tree, any dollar store or Walmart. You can get the glue sticks from the same places. On the fuzzy side, the loop side, just put you in the middle of it, put you a little bit of glue, and press that up onto the bottom of your desk or wherever you're wanting to run your cables. Once that's done, it'll be in place, and close the fuzzy side in first, and then the loop side on the other part, like so. If it's a big one like this, or has a big end like this, then go with the big end on the outside, and that'll let you have a tab you can grab and just open up. That's all you need to do. You can put a small screw through these, or a staple. So a nail gun, or not a nail gun, but a staple gun is good. If you have a thicker desk, real wood desk, or hot glue is really good also. Now, the final thing I'm going to show you as far as management goes are these kind of clamps. And this is just a power cable clamp, and you can see you pull it apart, you just stick it over it, and you close it to wherever you need it to go to hold that cable together. And they make much better ones than that, but that's just the one I happen to have around. And so another thing for cable management that a lot of people don't realize is that you can't roll up the cable right at the end of the cable itself. That's why I have these out. You can see I've got a lead in to my curl. Okay, so this could be wrapped up like this, but it does not need to be curled down here. That will break the cable inside. Also, on your game controllers, especially old console controllers, you don't want to have that cable within, say, right here. Don't twist it around like that. That is the old way that you everybody used to wrap up their cables like that for their controllers, but don't do that. Do not do that at all. Leave yourself a lead in before you start wrapping. It's a good idea to try to wrap them all at the same place. You can buy a little box, a junction box or something like that, and actually mount that over them if you want to. You can do all kind of stuff like that. Another thing that I have now, this is something that's a little bit different. These are just releasable cable clamps, and you can also, if you look, I don't have any with me. They're on my wall, but there are nail-in clips that you can put over like foam wires and stuff like that. These, I would highly suggest pulling off the sticky back that's on them and using a hot glue gun instead. These particular ones will fall off. They might make some better ones, but the GE brand that I have here, the glue on them are not worth a damn. So I do have those actually up under my desk, as well as a sticky back Velcro one that I put on there, and I've got cables running up under there and just kind of sticking out at the front of my desk, and I can just hook anything in there. I can hook up my drawing tablet that way. I can hook my headphones in there and have it go to my TV. Anything I need to do. So, do's and don'ts of cable management. So yeah, that's it. And I hope, for those asking about it, I hope this has helped. I'm not showing my setup right now. I will show my setup later. I've been asked about doing that, but I'm not doing it right now because I don't have my cables managed. I don't have anything properly set how I want it yet. So when my setup is done, I'll do a video showing that probably. But until then, have a good day.